Picture this: a sizzling plant-based burger, golden brown grill marks, steam rising from the patty. The package promises health, sustainability, a better tomorrow. Now imagine a laboratory technician in a white coat holding that same burger under a spectrograph. The reading comes back, and the room goes silent. Because what they are seeing is not food. It is an industrial assembly of isolated proteins, synthetic binders, and flavor chemicals. And here is the question nobody in the food industry wants you to ask. Why are independent researchers now saying this miracle product has more in common with premium dog food than the grass-fed beef it is trying to replace? Welcome to Label Truth. I am not here to make you comfortable. I am here to show you what is actually on your plate. Courtroom galleries and legal chambers across Europe witnessed the collapse of plant-based marketing in 2026. The United Kingdom Supreme Court delivered its landmark ruling against Oatly, the darling of the alternative milk movement. The verdict was surgical and devastating. Calling a plant extract milk constitutes systematic consumer deception. The justices stated that marketing plant-based liquids as nutritional equivalents to dairy milk misleads consumers about fundamental nutritional content, protein bioavailability, and calcium absorption rates. The milk lie officially ended in Britain. But here's what should terrify every American. While the United Kingdom takes a legal chainsaw to deceptive labeling, United States regulators are still asleep at the switch. The Food and Drug Administration continues to allow plant-based manufacturers to use terms like burger, sausage, and chicken without a single asterisk explaining what these products actually contain. We are not talking about semantic games. We are talking about a multi-billion-dollar industry built on linguistic camouflage. Industrial chemical vats and stainless steel processing equipment reveal the true nature of what's in your grocery cart. The term you need to understand is UPFF, ultra-processed food. When you bite into that plant-based burger, you are not eating vegetables. You are eating an architectural project. Start with the protein base sitting in warehouse silos: soy protein isolate or pea protein isolate. These are industrial extracts created through chemical separation processes involving hexane solvents in steel processing tanks. Hexane, the same petroleum-based chemical used to clean industrial machinery. It is what you smell when someone spills gasoline at the pump. That is what touches your protein before it reaches your plate. The plant material is bathed in this solvent, stripped down to its molecular components, like paint thinner dissolving old varnish, and reconstituted into a beige powder. What you end up with looks like construction dust, and has about as much relation to a real soybean as sawdust has to a living tree. Then come the binders sitting in drums on factory floors. Methyl cellulose. This is the exact same compound used in wallpaper paste and in laxatives. Go to any hardware store, pick up a bucket of wallpaper adhesive, flip it over, and you will see methyl cellulose on the label. Its job in your burger is to hold together proteins that have no natural desire to stick to each other. Real meat binds naturally through fat and connective tissue. Fake meat needs the same glue you would use to hang drywall. You are eating wallpaper paste. Next, the fats stored in industrial containers. Coconut oil and canola oil, but not the kind you would drizzle on a salad. These oils get hammered with extreme heat processing and often hydrogenation. That is the same process that created trans fats. The fats so dangerous they have been banned in most developed countries. Manufacturers take a liquid oil and blast it with hydrogen gas under high pressure until it becomes solid at room temperature, like turning water into plastic. Your body's evolutionary machinery has never seen anything like this before. The flavor system is where things get truly artificial. Because soy protein isolate tastes like wet cardboard, manufacturers carpet bomb these products with yeast extracts, natural flavors, and synthetic smoke flavoring. Natural flavors is a trap door. It is legally meaningless and can hide dozens of chemical compounds. Behind that innocent phrase could be anything from beaver anal gland secretions to laboratory-synthesized vanilla that has never been near an actual vanilla bean. And the additives: titanium dioxide, the same white pigment used in house paint; tertiary butyl hydroquinone, a petroleum derivative used to stabilize biodiesel fuel. This is not health food. It is a laboratory experiment you are being charged $17 a pound to beta test on your own digestive system. If you want to know what is actually in your grocery cart, subscribe to Label Truth now. We are the only ones not afraid of the corporate lawyers. Your stomach and intestinal tract were not designed for this chemical assembly. The human digestive system evolved over millions of years to process whole foods: vegetables pulled from soil, fruits picked from trees, animal proteins with their complete amino acid profiles. What it did not evolve to handle is isolated protein fractions that look like industrial dust, bonded together with wallpaper paste, lubricated with chemically altered oils, and flavored with synthetic compounds. Your gut bacteria do not recognize this stuff. Your metabolic pathways do not have a manual for processing petroleum-extracted proteins held together with the same glue you would use in home renovation. You are essentially feeding your body a construction project and expecting it to extract nutrition. Independent nutrition researchers are starting to ask the uncomfortable questions. If we are replacing whole foods with ultra-processed constructs wrapped in green marketing and sustainability promises, are we actually improving health outcomes? Or are we just trading one set of industrial food problems for another, shinier set that comes with better advertising? Government buildings and legislative chambers across the Atlantic reveal a stark divide. The European Union is not playing games anymore. New regulations rolling out across European Union member states ban the use of meat-related terms for laboratory-grown and plant-based products. You cannot call it steak unless it came from an animal. You cannot call it bacon unless a pig was involved. France is leading the charge with legislation that imposes heavy fines on companies that use traditional meat nomenclature for synthetic alternatives. Germany has gone even further, requiring plant-based products to carry front-of-package disclaimers that read, "Highly processed plant-based product," not nutritionally equivalent to meat. That is transparency. Meanwhile, in the United States, we are operating in the Wild West. The FDA has issued exactly zero binding guidance on plant-based labeling. Manufacturers can call their products whatever they want, as long as they include a disclaimer in microscopic print on the back panel. Impossible Burger, Beyond Sausage, Plant-Based Chicken Nuggets. The terms are designed to hijack your brain's pattern recognition, to make you think you are getting something equivalent to animal protein. You are not. You are getting wallpaper paste and paint pigment dressed up as dinner. And here is where it gets darker. The same companies producing these ultra-processed plant alternatives are pouring millions into lobbying efforts to keep U.S. labeling laws toothless. They have hired the same public relations firms that once worked for tobacco companies. Their strategy is identical: create scientific confusion, fund favorable research, and attack anyone who questions the narrative with legal threats. They are not selling health. They are selling market dominance. The U.S. Department of Agriculture could step in tomorrow and require clear differentiation between animal and non-animal products. They could mandate warnings about ultra-processed ingredients. They are doing none of that. Follow the money through lobbying expenditure reports, and you will find your answer. Kitchen counters and family dinner tables deserve better than this chemical deception. This is not about being anti-vegetarian or anti-vegan. Whole food plant-based diets built around actual vegetables, legumes, grains, and fruits have tremendous health benefits. This is about the difference between eating a black bean burger you made in your own kitchen from black beans, onions, and spices you can pronounce, versus eating a laboratory-constructed protein isolate that looks like industrial dust, held together with wallpaper paste and flavored with chemical compounds synthesized in factories. One is food, the other is a food product, and the industry has spent billions making sure you cannot tell the difference. Every dollar you spend is a vote. Every product you buy is a signal to the market about what you will accept. Right now, the plant-based industry is betting that you will not read the ingredient list. They are betting you will trust the front of Package Health Halo and never flip it over to see the hexane, methylcellulose, and titanium dioxide actually inside. They are betting you will confuse their ultra-processed constructs with real food. They are betting you will eat gasoline-extracted proteins and thank them for it. Are they right? This is Label Truth. We do not take money from food companies. We do not soften our findings to avoid legal threats. We read the labels, we research the chemicals, and we translate the corporate doublespeak so you can make informed choices. The plant-based revolution was supposed to be about health and sustainability. Instead, it is becoming another chapter in the long history of industrial food processing, where natural ingredients are replaced with cheaper chemical alternatives extracted with gasoline, bound with wallpaper paste, and colored with paint pigment. Subscribe to Label Truth right now, because next time we are investigating the great recycling scandal, why your credit card receipts are coated in toxic chemicals that transfer straight to your skin, and how the paper industry has been lying about what is safe to touch. The food industry is counting on your ignorance. We are counting on your intelligence. Choose wisely.